Could you imagine a future history book talking about us as a lost civilization? There are many lost worlds that we don't know about. Now, regardless of their origin or place in the world, throughout history, there have been great civilizations that have left their mark on its path, be it for their inventions, wars or architectural creations. History books have accurate and true records of these ancient cultures. However, there have been civilizations so mysterious and little known that the information we have about them is very little. Are you ready to discover the lost worlds that are hidden right under our noses? Prepare your exploration team and discover the incredible lost worlds on Earth. And for some extra fun, find our mascot Ned, hiding throughout the video. The Fairy Kingdom. Fairies are mystical creatures that appear in various ancient stories, some as kind beings who help humans, and others as angry entities willing to punish those who harm them. Is it possible that these creatures actually exist? According to Irish family legends of the 18th and 19th centuries, the Fairy King of Connaught, Finbarra, has his kingdom in Western Ireland, exactly in the forest of Knockma. There are several stone circles, which are said to be entrances to the kingdom of the fairies. Many of the people who dare to walk through this Irish forest say they feel strange energies, little laughs, and even gazes that watch them all the time. Would you want to go and spend a day with the fairies? I wonder what it would be like. Yami no Kune. A myth from Japan claims that the world was the work of the gods Izanagi and his wife Izanami, who died creating the fire. Going in search, Izanagi traveled to the underworld, where he found his wife's body rotting and full of worms. Izanami was enraged when she realized that her husband dared to look at her in that state. So she sent demons to hunt him down and take him to the underworld forever. But Izanagi managed to escape and seal the entrance to the underworld with a giant rock. If you think it is just a myth, let me tell you that the entrance to the Yami no Kune or the underworld does exist and you can visit it. Since it is located in the Matsue region, Japan, and you only need to remove a giant stone to enter and set free hundreds of demonic creatures. Would you dare to do it? No thank you. Rama's Empire. Despite suffering various wars and invasions, the ancient history of India has been preserved in an excellent way. In the Indus Valley, the remains of two lost cities have been found, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. According to the archaeologists who are studying these findings, not even the Egyptian or Mesopotamian culture managed to create such sophisticated and organized cities. Furthermore, its origins and its end are completely unknown. The Harappa culture, originating from the mentioned cities, had a dialect that until now is unknown, as well as an indecipherable script. Who knows what kind of mysteries these ancient cities hide? Maybe we will know soon. The Longbayou Caves. Discovered in 1992, in the Zhejiang province of China, the Longbayou Caves, also known as the Shannon-Anhai Stone Chambers, are considered by the Chinese to be the ninth wonder of the ancient world. The strange thing about this place is that according to historians, there is no record or evidence that can be related to how the 24 artificial sandstone caves of 1 million cubic meters in length were excavated. That's a couple of city blocks underground. Scientists who have been able to analyze the caves claim that the patterns that make up the structure are symbolic, and may have a significant one, which is not yet known. Luckily, the caves are open to the public, so if you wish, you can go and investigate them yourself. Maybe you're the one to solve its mystery. Atlantis. The lost city of Atlantis was first mentioned in Plato's allegorical dialogues in the 4th century BC. In them, he relates how Atlantis launched an attack against the city of Athens, who responded with excessive force, almost completely destroying the city. In addition, the gods turned their backs on Atlantis, so it ended up collapsing on itself due to strong earthquakes. In the end, the city sank into the sea. Despite the fact that many agree that Atlantis was just a fictional city, some scientists are not so sure, and claim that there are still indications that the city ever existed. So, when you go to the sea, remember to look down, you could find the remains of a lost civilization. Lemuria. Legend has it that Lemuria was a continent that existed in the Indian Ocean, just south of what is now Sri Lanka. The theory was made famous by several French scientists in the 19th century, who claimed that the continent sank into the sea, due to cataclysmic events caused by Earth's magnetic pole shift. Some people claim that this continent was where life originated, so it could contain the answer to the secret of where we came from, or who or what created us. Scientists say another magnetic pole shift could soon occur, which could mean that one of the continents we know today could disappear forever. The Xiongnu? According to historical records, the Xiongnu were a union of nomadic peoples that spanned what is now Mongolia and Siberia. What little is known about this ancient civilization is that they were fierce warriors and specialized in combat on horseback. They survived thanks to the constant assaults that they made to China, which in the end, caused the emperors to pay tribute to them so that they did not attack them. Scientists do not yet know the origin of this civilization, as the records are somewhat confusing as to this information. It seems that the society disappeared just as it was born, surrounded by mystery and speculation. Wise City. According to Celtic mythology, the city known as Courwise stood on the Bay of Douarnenez in France, and was founded due to the love that the magician Dot had for the ocean. However, due to the multiple sins committed by the mage, the god sent the devil to punish her. Disguised as a beautiful knight, the devil seduced Dot, who gave him the keys to the city of Courwise. The knight left the gates of Wise open, so that soon the sea rose like a mountain and sank it completely. The inhabitants of this bay affirm that when the waters are calm, you can hear the bells of the city under the sea. The Dacians. The territory that currently belongs to Romania and which is located west of the Black Sea, is home of this civilization known as Dacia. According to historians, the Dacians settled in that region during the 6th and 7th centuries BC. The king Burebista, called the king of kings of the region, managed to unify all the Dacian tribes, thus forming a civilization so strong that it was feared by the Roman Empire itself. Unfortunately for the Dacians, the Romans invaded their territory and massacred them one by one. So much so, that only 40 Dacians are said to have survived the Roman attacks. Due to this, much of the knowledge and culture of this civilization was lost forever. Nabateans. Do you know or have you visited the archaeological city of Petra? Well, in case you didn't know, this imposing stone-sculpted city located in Jordan, was once the capital of Nabatean civilization, a Bedouin and nomadic tribe in the Arabian desert. Although they were considered strongly independent of any empire or reign, the Roman Emperor Trajan managed to annex them to Roman territory, defeating them in battle in his own city. Although some characteristics of its culture were adopted by the Greco-Romans, the only thing that really remains of the Nabateans and the imposing city of Petra, and the mysteries that it hides. Mount Roraima. South America is surrounded by wilderness and beauty. And it's full of mystery too. Can you imagine going to the border between Venezuela, Brazil and Guyana and find a floating island? Would you go to the top? Long before the European conquerors reached South America, the indigenous people worshipped the floating island of Roraima. Mount Roraima is a symbol of the region, and called it the home of spirits or axis mundi from which all fruits and vegetables grew. Beyond its stunning view, all surrounded by clouds giving it the floating illusion, the mount is shrouded in mystery due to frequent UFO sightings occurring there. Will a secret civilization of ancient aliens hide there? What would it be like to climb to the top? Perhaps there are other dimensions there that we cannot see with the naked eye. The city of Phanes Heracleim. This ancient Egyptian city was located near Alexandria and was the main port for the Egyptians during the time when the emperors were losing their power. However, due to a series of earthquakes, Heracleim was left in ruins and now rests 10 meters underwater in Abu Qir Bay, Egypt. Fortunately for humanity, a group of archaeologists have been able to recover many of the artifacts, statues and other objects of this lost civilization, which has allowed them to learn more about the last days of the pharaohs and the empire of ancient Egypt. Heracleim's story also serves as a reminder of how vulnerable our creations are to the elements and natural disasters. It would be really fascinating to know in detail how all these civilizations lived, as well as the knowledge that they had and that very surely was lost when their cities disappeared. Is it possible that there are ancestors of these civilizations hidden all over the world? As we have just seen, anything is possible, and our planet still hides many mysteries in its seas, sands and mountains. Thanks for watching and enjoying the video. See you in the next one. Remember to hit the bell icon after you subscribe. so you can get instant notifications for all our new videos.